Hello friends, it's Elle with Sacred Union Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Okay, today is Tuesday, October the 18th. Yes, October the 18th, and it is Twin Flame Tuesday. So I'm going to do a reading for the Twin Flame connection. Please take what resonates and leave what does not in case for someone else. There are a lot of us in this collective, and I read for a particular segment of the collective, but that segment is like a bandwidth, so there's a spectrum in all inclusive. So some people are at one point, other people are at a different point. So please understand this is a general reading, and if you need a personal reading, please reach out. I'm thinking about doing a sale on my personal readings. What do you think? Would that help out? I know the economy is pretty not so good, so I'm thinking about doing a sale till the end of the year, just because this is a huge time of transition. I mean, huge time. We're almost in eclipse season, and I think that is going to shake things up quite a bit. I think the eclipses are going to be a defining moment. It's just what I'm feeling. We got some potent energies coming up for the remainder of the year. So I am going to use the Dolly deck, the Sacred Destiny deck, the Rumi deck, the Somnia deck, and the Shadowscapes deck. So generally I do Divine Masculine, what's going on in the 3D, what's going on in the 5D. I actually just did a freestyle Twin Flame reading. It is for somebody. I don't know if I'll post it yet though, so just don't know. But I do here, I do the what's going on in the 3D, the 5D for the Divine Masculine, the 3D, the 5D for the Divine Feminine, what's going on in the connection, both in the 3D and the 5D, and then what's coming in. So I'm going to get started. The Sacred Destiny for the Divine Masculine, what's going on in the 3D, and then the 5D, and then we'll pull some tarot. For that, I'll use the Dolly deck for him, and then for the Somnio deck, I'll use that for the, forgiveness. Ooh. Forgiveness for the 3D. Something about forgiveness for the Divine Masculine. What's going on for the 5D? Nope, too many. We're just going to take this one. Potential. Okay, I like that energy. There's potential, but in the 3D, there is some forgiveness going on. And I feel like they're forgiving themselves. And then there is this potential for growth. That forgiveness opens the door for the potential. Okay, so I'm going to use the Dolly deck for the Divine Masculine. What's going on in the 3D for the Divine Masculine, please, Spirit? Let's get some clarity on this forgiveness. My Frenchie is snoring. If you hear him over the birds. I like to be surrounded by a lot of life, and indoors and out. So I have birds, and you hear them every day. Four of Wands. And it looks like the Eight of Wands. Is that in the reverse? I can't tell. This is a very difficult deck to read. Okay, this is the Four of Wands. Stability, celebration, Twin Flame energy. Same color scape as the forgiveness card. And then we have, yes, okay. This is the Eight of Wands in the reverse. This is interesting because here in this Four of Wands deck, you see the book at the top. There's the book at the top. So we have a couple here. We have a couple here. But this Eight of Wands is in the reverse. So there's not that action being generated. Like the Six of Wands is, okay, I'm getting in my groove. The Seven of Wands is kind of, a little bit of defensiveness, and the Eight of Wands is, I can overcome that, and I need to start moving forward. I need to start taking actions more in alignment. And it feels like this Eight of Wands is he isn't sure. And he does not know if the Divine Feminine has forgiven him. So he's not doing anything. And that's why in the overall reading for the week, for the connection, the Divine Feminine is being asked to be in her receptive mode. And the last reading just brought that out as well. And the Divine Masculine is having to take the active role. Let's pull one more for what's going on in the connection. This is Five of Wands. So we have the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands. A lot of butterflies in this. So there's some sort of transformation out of this. And I'm hearing disharmony, incongruence. Through the struggle of trying to know what to do, thinking about what to do, what actions to take, he is more butterflies. This is the Five of Pentacles. There is a transformation in progress. Through this conflict of which he is asking for forgiveness or forgiving himself. So that's what's going on in the 3D. You don't see a lot of action. He's not taking a lot of action. He's still having some inner turmoil. And then with the Five of Pentacles, he is... we have two fives. Something is transforming, something is changing. And possibly letting go of fear in order to become liberated. That's what and then here comes the Knight of Wands. You know, now becoming a man of action, or, you know, gender. It's not gender, it's energy, but an energetic masculine of action. Ooh, absolutely, because there's the Lovers. Feeling the energy of the connection is inspiring him to take action. He may be a bit reckless about it right now because it's he's still in some conflicted energy. Yeah, Chariot, there we go, 5D. You got two major arcanas in the 5D, moving forward, taking command of the movement. He is the driver of the chariot, and he is now going to take that leadership role, like we saw in our Sunday weekly overview. There we go, the Sun. Another major arcana in the 5D. So he is being powerfully influenced. But in order to any of this to occur, there has to be some forgiveness. Maybe of the karmic, maybe of himself, maybe for the Divine Feminine. He's just finding in his heart that there is much more potential for him to be happy with the Sun card, and the potential for the connection, and that it all is based upon whether or not he takes the leadership role in moving forward. No. And there's the High Priestess. That's the way the Divine is coming for him in support by, I'm going to use this, kind of gently, well, not so gently anymore, guiding, helping him reach that awareness. I may have to publish that other video because it was just a little long, but it's kind of a reiteration, but more in depth of this message. Power. Divine Feminine is definitely in her power, definitely living up to her soul expectations. Her lessons have been learned, and she is in her receptive energy, where she's not taking the leadership role. She has stepped back, stepped away from the connection, and she's like, I'm not going to reinstigate this. I'm not going to I'm not going to reach out. I'm not going to replenish the energy and the connection. It comes to me, or I'm good. I'll find something that makes me happy, and I'm confident with that. Here's Eight of Swords. Now this flew over the Divine Masculine energy, and it feels like he's been feeling trapped. Feels trapped in something, and I think, okay, here's what, got it. They just explained. He's been feeling trapped in some sort of relationship, commitment, and he has stuck with it and stuck with it and stuck with it and stuck with it, all the while knowing he shouldn't be, that it was time to move on. The lesson has been learned. It's time to move forward. But now he's trying to forgive himself, for he's feeling guilty about having to move on, and B, that he stuck with it for so long that it was ultimately, he knew it was not what made him happy, and now he's trying to find some forgiveness of self, of why did I waste so much of this time when I could be moving forward. All right, Four of Cups, yeah. No longer interested in being trapped. These cards are flying out on the Divine Masculine side, but I'm trying to read them for the Divine Feminine being in her power. Seven of Pentacles. She's in waiting energy, which means she's not taking action, but receptive waiting as opposed to waiting on. So she's moving on and not waiting on. And so he feels that, and that's part of the forgiveness, is that he feels, oh my gosh, the sun again. This is definitely some illumination going on. I'm reading a lot of Divine Masculine energy. I mean, these cards are just Queen of Wands. Yeah. Queen of Wands is somebody who is definitely going to pull from her Empress energy to create. But I feel like he's just like, he feels like the Divine Feminine has moved on. And so he's like, I missed the opportunity. He's trying to forgive himself for that too. Here's the Chariot. She has moved on. She's been driving her own chariot for quite a while. All right. The Moon and the World. Two major arcana on her side of the energy. The Moon to me is that soft Divine Feminine energy. And the World is, she's come to that point where she knows that she's not going to surrender her power to the connection anymore. Nine of Cups, because she's exactly where she wants to be. With or without the Divine Masculine, she is exactly where she wants to be. So let's pull for the connection. Oh, I need to, hold on. Before I do that, man, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's pull for the Divine Feminine in the 5D. We talked about the 3D being in her power. Yay! With that World card. Yeah, I've learned all the lessons right now. And now she's just kind of floating like, okay, you know, I'm just going to take this point of my journey and enjoy it and embrace it and be of service and create the life I absolutely love. And he sees that. Look, courage and power. Man, yeah. Yeah. Divine Feminine, absolutely. Isn't it a wonderful feeling to be in your courage and in your power, knowing that you had the courage to face all of the lessons of this connection for your highest and greatest good, and you have become such a more powerful version of yourself? Is that not absolutely wonderful? And then he's in this Nine of Swords energy. These cards are just reading. It feels like Divine Feminine is like, you know, get over it. The Fool. Get over it. Bring some new energy into this. She's just, look. That's the energy of that Chariot. She's like, I'm not staying here. I'm not going to be stagnant in this connection. I'm moving on. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't read these in the reverse, but that was definitely indicating that the Knight of Pentacles is not taking any more time. She's not languishing. She's done languishing. That's what I'm hearing. She's done languishing. Five of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. She's no longer waiting for the Divine Masculine to bring that little pentacle to her. She's like, you know, I'm just going to create my own little nest egg of pentacles. I'm going to work on my service. I'm going to work on my work. I'm going to become the best version of myself. Sorry, it's lemon water. I have a lemon tree, and it was pretty prolific last year, and so now I drink lemon water every day, and I love it. So, all right, this is for the connection. This is the reaming deck. Let's find out what's going on. Commitment. Now, this is commitment to self, too. The Divine Feminine is now committed to her own happiness. And it feels like the Divine Masculine is trying to become committed to his happiness. And that's where he's having to forgive himself, because he has not done that before. Not been committed to what it is that he needed to do for him and the connection. He's been committed to something that he just refused to learn the lesson. And now he's beating himself up about that. The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire. There is a flame that must be safeguarded. In truth, it can never be extinguished. It is the light that never goes out. But even with such enduring power, our recognition and respect of this flame is essential to human development. The flame is holy and lives within each human heart. When the flame is recognized for its worth, it ceases to flicker and smoke, becoming very still. In the stillness, the light can fulfill its destiny to shine brightly, so as to reveal every path, absolutely clear and without wavering, in the fluctuations of fear and the attachment. I'm going to read that again. I'm sorry, but that is the essence. There is a flame that must be safeguarded. In truth, it can never be extinguished. It is the light that never goes out. Even with such enduring power, over our recognition and respect of this flame is essential to human development. This flame is holy and lies within each human heart. When the flame is recognized for its worth, it ceases to flicker and smoke, becoming very still. In the stillness, the light can fulfill its destiny to shine brightly, as to reveal every path, absolutely clear and without wavering, in the fluctuations of fear and attachment. There we go. It is time for the flame to shine brightly. Let's see what's going on here. That's a 31 card, which is a 4 card, which is stability, which is that 4 of Wands card, commitment. 5 of Coins. We have the 5 of Coins. Somebody is, I'm hearing, being cast out. There is a change in the financial and material surroundings. The Hermit, yep. Major Arcana. Somebody kind of listening to the flame, being guided by the flame. The Hermit always carries a lantern, protecting the flame. 10 of Swords. Absolutely. Eight of Cups. The spiritual path. That flame is illuminating all paths to the possibility of ascension. Which one is this one I want? And the Empress. Being in that receptive divine energy of love and light. So we have 8, 9, 10. development. 9 of Cups. Without regard to that attachment and fear. Is that 9 of Cups energy. Okay, let me pull one more for the 5D connection. It feels like both of them are on the journey now toward the, I mean, we have the Hermit and the 8 of Cups, which is spiritual path for me as a reader. And the 10 of Swords is the end. It's an ending and the integration of the lesson. All right, I said take both. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles and the Empress. Diligence. This is seeing the big picture of something. The bird's eye view. Seeing things from a higher perspective, the higher self. And then we have this healing chaos. This is kind of like tower energy to me, because this tornado is sweeping through one's life, one's energy, to, even though it's turbulent, it is eradicating what no longer is working. It's eradicating the blocks. And the higher self can see this. It's kind of like that 10 of Swords. All right, is there anything else they want me to pull? Yeah, let's pull one more. It's that 9 of Cups card. The 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Fulfillment. On the path to fulfillment. Okay. Page of Swords. You're starting to see this. Just beginning to see the big picture of how all of these pieces have interacted to create this healing chaos, this turbulence, this triggering, in order for you both to become the highest, best versions of yourself on your spiritual path. And so it feels like Divine Masculine is in that energy. Remember when we were in this energy, Divine Feminines, this forgiveness energy, where we were just having to forgive all of the transgressions of the connection. We had to forgive ourselves. Do you remember that energy? That's where they are. That's the point that they are in right now. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands. Kind of planning what needs to happen next. What action to take next to move things forward. Okay, friends, that is this reading for Twin Flame Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everyone who comments and who have subscribed to my channel. Welcome new subscribers. If you need a personal reading, please reach out. Things are going to change a lot in this eclipse season. I think both within us, within the connection, within the Divine Masculine or the counterpart energy, but also in the kind of this big picture. We're going to start to see some of the changes going on as we ascend as humanity. So we're a critical component to that as twin flames, so keep that in mind as the higher perspective. But also, I'm thinking about doing a sale on my personal readings. Let me know if that would help during these kind of tight economic times. I'm happy to do them. I love doing personal readings. So I was kind of thinking about doing a sale for November and like midpoint of December, just to kind of maybe help you guys out during this kind of eclipsey season. So maybe I'll just do it for eclipse season. So look for that. All right, friends, thank you so much for being here. Namaste.